So a couple weeks ago, I posted a video showing a combination for the Studio Series Arcee sisters in a way that I thought was really good looking, looked really close to the concept art, and was maybe what the Hasbro designers were intending it to be. But since then, a couple comments on that video made me realize I definitely missed a couple of things, and since then I've been convinced that maybe this is more quote-unquote official, closer to what the Hasbro designers actually intended. Now, first things first, I don't like this nearly as much. I mean, it's basically just Arcee with a bunch of stuff hanging off her back. It doesn't really add height or a shoulder cannon in the way that my other combination did, so I'm definitely liking my original combination more. So there's a couple reasons why I'm convinced that maybe this is more official, and it's basically just ports being used in ways that are pretty convincing. So the first one is underneath Chromia's gun/tailpipe section. If I pull this off, you can see that there's this slot on one side that's not on the other. I'm talking about right there. And I had noticed that before, but I had no idea what it could possibly tab into. But someone pointed out that it's probably tabbing into Elita One's handlebars right here. And in this configuration, you can pretty easily slide the gun over into position, and lo and behold, the handlebar does fit that pretty nicely. So it does seem like this is made to fit her handlebar. Now, besides that, if you watched my other video, you know the main reason I was confident in my configuration was the port underneath Elita One's hood area. And in this combination, it is being utilized because there's a peg on this stand that fits pretty well into her. I'm going to take it apart so you can see. So here's a better look at that hole underneath Elita One's hood right there. It fits this peg perfectly. They're the exact same shape. It is most certainly meant to peg into the hood like that. So that's something that I totally missed, I didn't think of or realize last time, and that definitely seems like it was meant to do that. Now, that being said, it also still seems to me like this hood is meant to have this function where it can turn like that, but there doesn't seem to be any point to that with this new realization because the hole is kind of covered when you do that. But the reason why I'm pretty convinced that the hood is supposed to be able to do this is because it's really hard to show on camera, but this little plastic piece that holds her handlebars in, there's clearance for it to move out of the way. It kind of has like a socket in there, and if you look really carefully, you can see that that socket kind of has an open edge on it, seemingly so that the hood can do that. Now, like I said, it doesn't seem like there's any reason for the hood to do that if this is what it's connected to, because you can't really plug it in because the hole gets a little bit obscured. So I'm still not super sure if that is actually a thing or not. Maybe it's just the way the screw is in there allows it to do that and you're not actually supposed to do that. Or maybe, you know, they were toying with different combinations and they kind of just gave us what they had. Maybe they didn't really consider the combination gimmick actually finished and that's why it's not advertised anywhere. Nevertheless, I did want to make this video just to acknowledge what people had showed me, which is this port plugging in there and also the port underneath Chromia's gun that goes into Elita One's handlebars. And so yeah, this new combination is super disappointing compared to the old one, but with how bendable these figures are, you could probably find different combinations for them. It's just a matter of figuring out how to bend them in a way such that all of these connection points make sense and still happen. And like I said, maybe the combination gimmick was never really finalized and there is no real way to do it. Maybe the hood thing does serve a purpose in an early iteration. I have no idea, and I guess we won't find out until Hasbro actually tells us. But yeah, that's the latest on the Arcee sisters combination.